Okay, welcome to the WorkMelon video tour. I'm going to show you all the basic functionality of WorkMelon and show you how easy it is to use when you're managing your work orders. Okay, so when you sign up on the main site, you are emailed a login location that is unique to you, and that is your installation of WorkMelon. You are also emailed a password. So just a minute ago I set up a brand new account so that it would look just like what it will look like when you sign up. And make sure that you bookmark that login location. Alright, so here we have the manager's main. I'm going to scoot this up out of the way. It's pretty straightforward. There's some statistics about your installation. There's some reports you can run, and then here are the main things you can do. Over here on the right hand side, on all manager pages, normally you will be able to add a work order. However, we don't have any assignees set up, so you can't do that just yet. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Go to the user's admin. Adding a new assignee is pretty simple. Oops. Okay, as you see here, I'm just going to fill it out. If your assignees are not technically savvy, you still need to put an email address for them. You can just make that up and make it look like a real email address, but the system does need that. And of course, if they are technically savvy, put their real email address there. And you get to assign them their very first password, and then as soon as they log in, they'll have the option of changing that. So the user has been added. And where you would change your passwords is up here in the personal settings. And that just lets you set a new password. Okay, let's go back. So when you saw when I added, I got confused. Okay, let's go back to the user's admin. Now we have a second user on the user's admin, and it has the type of assignee. Let's just go ahead and add one more. User has been added. Great. And then if you have to change those users, you can down here. You can change the name, email, and their type. If you change those, you just click this change button, and then it will be changed. If they have forgotten their password, you can click the reset password, and it will email them a new password that they can then use to log in and then reset to whatever password they want, or you can delete a user. So getting new users is pretty easy. And once you have new users, you'll notice over here on the right hand side that they show up in a drop-down list, and you can add a work order. So the location can be anything that's useful to you. If you manage apartments, it can be an apartment number. If you are a plumber, it can be a house number. Because we're just showing how this works, we're going to add the location. I spelled fence wrong. So we have now told Tom Sawyer to go next to the house and whitewash a fence. Work order now created. Once you create a work order, it takes you to the Open Work Orders page. Let's just add a couple more. I'll start typing in what we had already typed in, and we see that it shows up. It remembers the locations you've used before. Now, if you need to give your assignee more information, let's say you need to give them a customer's phone number or something so they can call ahead, just add that in the description as well. And let's just give him one more. Let's all right. I'm sorry, I cannot type and talk at the same time. My mind is just not that powerful. All right, so now we're at the open work orders page, and normally you would get there just by selecting work orders. And you can see everything that has currently been assigned. If you would like, depending on how you want to manage your work orders, it can all be done electronically, or WorkMelon provides printing, so that you can give your assignees printed work orders as well. So if we wanted to get a printable work order, what we would do is we just click on the printable version right there, and then a PDF is automatically generated, and you could print this off and hand it to, in this case, Tom Sawyer. He could put down any comments, hours, sign it, and hand it back to you. If that's the way, or he could log into your installation of WorkMelon and mark it as complete via his account, which we just set up. If you are going to be the one completing the work orders, you just click the Edit This Work Order button, and you mark the number of hours it took the person, say mark as completed. If you are paying your employees or paying your assignees by the hour, then you'll go ahead and want to leave this mark as paid box unchecked. If they are just full-time salaried employees, then you can go ahead and check it, and that'll be fine. So these say Save Changes. And you can see that the open work order to Jim Hawkins has now been removed from the open work orders list. Let's go ahead and just complete a couple more of these just for fun, so I can show you the payment system, or rather the way that you can figure out your employees' hours. All right, so now we have a number of work orders completed, and so we're going to go to the completed but unpaid, and here they are. You can see all the short description, when it was assigned, when it was completed, and when you are ready to write a paycheck for somebody, you can just select the number of work orders that you're going to pay, and you can see in the total right below their name that the system automatically totals up the number of hours that they have worked. And so it's easy to write out the check. And once you have written out the check, you can just mark all the selected work orders. Let me scoot this up so you can see the button. Mark all the selected work orders as paid. And there's no more completed but unpaid work orders. All right, one thing you may want to do is also search your work orders. And you can search it based on these 4 criteria. You just mark which ones are important to you in your search. If it's by location, again, it's just like over on the right-hand side. The system will automatically recognize similar locations that have already been used. You say search work orders. Then down below you can get just see the work order itself, and you click to the side to get rid of that, or you can download a printable version again. All right, let's go back to the manager's main. You can get a work order history by location. Again, this is useful if you manage apartments or a motel, something where there may be one unit that gets used a lot. You want to see exactly what's already gone on at that location. And again, this just pops up as a PDF. And there you go. Also, you can, if you are going to go on the job and you want to see what is going on, you want to see exactly what still needs to be done, you can at any time get a all open work orders report. In this case, there's just one open work order. And it's pretty straightforward. This report is also accessible on the work orders page right here. All right, I think that's it for the manager side. It's pretty simple to use, and that was why in our full-time business we manage apartment buildings. So this is something we built so that it would be that simple to use. Now, if your employees, your assignees, are tech savvy, they can use their login to complete those work orders, and let me show you what that looks like. I'll just log out here. All right, and then we will, let's see if I can remember what it was. That we used. All right, so if they have many work orders, they'll all show up on this list, but if not, that's okay too. They can get a printable version. Again, that just looks like this. And then they can write any comments and hand it in to you, or they can come back here, hit the view edit, and they can write their comments and the number of hours and mark it as complete. I'll click to the side just to get rid of that box for a second. If they have not been paid for certain work orders, they can check up and see how much work they have done recently. If they would like to take a printable simple list, they have a to-do list right there, which again comes up as a PDF. All right, so we'll go back to their main page. And if they want to complete a task, they just say they're 4 hours or whatever, mark it as complete. Then when they go back to their completed but unpaid work orders, it shows up. All right, that's it. So there you go. Now you've seen pretty much what WorkMelon is made to do. It's made just to simply track the work orders. We've used several programs before, and we've never liked any of them because they were all far too complex. This is a simple way to do it. You can make sure that you know where all the work orders stand at any time. It's easy to track the hours for the employees. All right, so thanks for watching the tour, and I hope you give us a try.